Hey Flosstube, it's Kerry in Stitches. It's Friday, 31st of July, there we go. And I'm recording a little bit of a kind of stash dive of my finishing stuff. I like to accumulate things that I think will be good for future finishes and things that I can repurpose. Love a good sale find me. So I just thought I'd talk through a few little bits and pieces that I've gathered over the years basically, and we will see what I've got, and when I finish this video I will be having a good old root through and seeing what I can find that will be good for all my FFOs that I need to do. I have a whole box full, I think I counted 35, so let's see what I've got. And yeah, so I'm going to move the camera a little bit and we will have a look through. So as you can see, it is all laid out on the table, and I will go through and tell you what I've got. So that's not going to be a very good angle. So I've got, there we go. So I've got boxes and boxes of ribbon. Some of this I picked up when the shopping, one of the little shops in town was closed, and I've been sent it. That's one thing I love to receive when I do swap parcels, is trims and things, because it's just nice to have the variety of just different things. We've got my miscellaneous tin of ribbon. This, these bits of lace actually came off a pair of children's socks that I've had in my stash for years, and I've literally kept hold of this pair of socks through 2 house moves, or possibly 1 house move. But I've had them for years, and just in case, because I knew that the lace was really pretty, and it was much more than I thought. Fancy ribbon with embroidery stitches on, which I like to pick up. I like to pick up the odd funky ribbon at craft shows. Bits of velvet. This is one of my favourite wired ribbons. I'm not going to see that particularly well, but yeah, it's looks like it's cross stitched. It says Merry Christmas. So one of my, actually not so local anymore, sewing shops has a really nice selection of wired ribbons. So there's all sorts of bits and pieces in here. One with spools on, and British ribbon, and the random offcuts. So this is my kind of, and a reel of string as you do. So that's my random ribbon tin. Oh, another bit that's fallen out. We have now, and we've got more trims. Apparently my way to organise is on spools and not on on cards. One of my favourite places to pick up is, I like things like that have come from probably the Works or something. Yeah, the Works. Just kind of like a discount book retailer in the UK, and they do a lot of craft stuff. So I like picking up trims there. I also, one of our Aldi pom-poms from our haberdashery, I seem to have a lot of blue pom-poms. I have Cath Kidston pom-poms, rick-rack. Lots of yellow rick-rack that I bought in when the sewing shop was closing down. More rick-rack stuff at the bottom, and more pom-poms. Because let's face it, everything's better with pom-poms. But I do love to, there's a great stationery store we have in town called Paper Chase, and often I can pick up cards of the fancy ribbon trims in there. These are all Paper Chase ones that I've picked up in the sale, usually half price of things like that. So oh, it's all sticky. It's not sticky. Got something from, I don't know. Oh, Tiger's another place I like to get my stuff from. Some jute one, and more random pom-pom. But I love me some pom-poms. So I've got chenille trims in here, and all sorts. Oh, funky. Oh, that would have been so cool for that. It's good to have a good sort through. So yeah, lots of Pom-poms by the metre I quite like to buy. Bric-Rac by the metre. This is a new one for the beaded trims, which I bought for a project today. And we're just going to stuff all that in, and the lid's not going to go on anymore, but we won't worry about it. So lots of lovely trims. Oh, let's pop that on top of there. Wired ribbons and like a plastic viney thing, which is that. So one that's come off a very old Christmas decoration that I did, that I will just pop in and keep for ever. As you can imagine, my fabric collection is quite vast. I have a massive box on the floor full of random bits and a smaller tub of more newly acquired fat quarters, ones from Aldi, and just various other places. These are actually Poundland. These are fun. I really like these Christmassy ones. So just all sorts of some bee themed ones, which are really cute. Oh, I can make myself a bee mask now. There we go. See, brain works in mysterious ways. So, and then obviously I said I have the big box on the floor, and I have actually brought a green ribbon, green fat quarter for finishing, and I don't know what I've done with it. So there we go. So next up, the box of random finishing things. Tiny, what are they called? Canvases. There we go. Some small sleds. Loads of these kind of mini hoops and things. Loads of them. Wire hangers. Backs for the plastic trimcraft, homecraft frames, which I hopefully will use up this year. Got magnet, sticker magnet, another little wire. I do love these little wire hangers. Stitchable pendants, tiny picture frames, coverable buttons, just all sorts of random stuff that I seem to accumulate in here. Keyring things, bookmarks, jars, all the things I have finishing ideas for. Some that are more successful than others. One of my tins of buttons, this is my more Christmassy stuff, so that tends to have just the reds, the greens, and some of the shaped buttons. The random stuff. So things like Christmas light beads and bells and various tassels, pre-done bows, beaded trims, more bows, random packs of sequins, pom-poms, sequins, just random stuff, more bells, buttons, mushrooms, googly eyes, and all sorts of bits like that. Why is it not shutting? Oh, I see why. There we go. I also pick up at Christmas. I mean, at Christmas, I love to do Christmas, and as you'll see from my FFO box, nearly half of my FFOs are Christmas ones. So we've got cinnamon sticks and little holly toppers and apples and things. So hopefully I'll make a few cute finishes. Bee push pins. I already used some of them. I used them on one of my. Again, these were in a sale. So that paid like not a lot for what have we got here. So again, when the shop closed down, tubes of buttons. And these bows were fantastic. So they basically started off life like that, and I got them for about 40p each, and they unwind to make just a really long ribbon, which is fantastic for finishing. and it actually worked out cheaper buying these than when buying this by the meter, which was, you know, twice, 3 times the price. So again, these were from Paperchase. I love looking in when Paperchase have their sales at the end, and sell off all their finished ribbons and stuff, and they tend to be things that go really quite cheap. So just kind of nice natural looking things to finish. Another tray of random Christmas decorations. So as I've said for many years, I have a plan for the sleigh. I just love that it was just kind of just empty and it could be filled with something. I have got, these were from Poundland, and a couple of years ago when they had a really good sale on, everything was 25p, and I got a couple of doors and pack of 6 wooden tags. I'm not sure if I paid full price for those though, £1. These little tiny windows, which I really liked, and they're actually like a clay stuff. So some little magnetic frames, reindeer frames that I picked up, which I figure at some point might be cool to do some little things with charity shop find. Another little photo ornament. I think that was actually sent to me as a swap parcel, part of a swap parcel. And one of the most random things I like to save are twist ties, because they are fantastic for putting ornaments, like putting trims and things on picks and things. That are great for doing that kind of thing, which I'm not explaining myself particularly well. Pop those over there. I like to save good strong boxes, so we've got truffle boxes here, and these are like super solid boxes. It's holding keyring things at the moment, but I save these because I think make a really nice little finish. And then that just leaves me with the box of random stuff, and that is this one here. If I can just angle the camera up. That one, the big one there, and this is where all of my frames and bits of polystyrene that I find go, and stuff like jewelry, little wooden boxes and things like that, which will be great when they're done. Random metal things that I think would be good. All my offcuts of foam core, I keep all of them, well, within reason. Some frames, just things like little chalkboards that I pick up that's silly, really cheap. I think I paid 99p for that one last week or something. So as you can see, holly sprigs, I think I paid 50p for those in the sale. And also I have, oh, this one, get one up, yeah, there we go. Lots of these signs that I paid 25p for in the sale, and I think I have 6 of these left. Oh, 6 of these, and comes off really easily. So anybody want a winter wishes stencil? But these are fantastic for the Lizzie Kate strings, because they are the perfect size with a bit of board, and that was my kind of pre-cut board, lightweight boards, and you just never know when you're going to need them. So I'm going to stand up and have a quick root round in the box, see what else is in there. Again, I think more cheap boards that I can paint, because they were, I think the most I've ever paid with those, and they were 49p. So let's have a quick look what else. Wooden stars that I found in the Hobbycraft sale. Different shaped boards with a terrible paint job. So that's one of the things I really do need to learn how to do, is better paint jobs and things. But it's all a learning curve. I also have bits of random wooden dowels to make bell pulls, and lots of polystyrene blocks to do on Kerry, polystyrene blocks to do cube finishes. So, love me a good, this is another one of my, just a really nice metal tin, and this had flowers in it, but the flowers were in a bag, so it's never actually gotten wet, but I can see a really nice round finish around that. Old Christmas baubles I have it with a keep, and there's all different sizes in there. One of my favourite things to look for is what they're certainly calling in the UK is like present toppers. So these certainly were labelled as present toppers and things like that, so I love looking for those, and Paper Chase is a great place to get general ones as well. So that's a bit of a stash dive into my finishing stuff. Equipment wise, I'll quickly go through my equipment. Not all of it's in here, I've just realised. For just sticking the regular fabrics to the foam core, I just use standard double-sided tape. Yeah. Washers picked up at the hardware store, and a tip from Priscilla and Chelsea was if you stick the magnets to the board you're using, you can swap out things, and washers were a lot cheaper to buy than magnets. So this was, I think I paid £2.50 and this was full. So various pins and things. Oh, various pins and things I've got. Nothing fancy that. My new favourite little thing is my box cutting knife, because it's dinky and it's green. So that's perfect size to get for foam core, and it's nice and solid, and it's got changeable blades. So that's my new favourite little thing. Steel rulers. This one was actually in Poundland. I bought this week. It was obviously £1, and it's a 60cm one on one side, and it's got inches on the back. So great for doing straight edges. I've got an A2 cutting mat. I would like an A1. I think it's A2. A2 is A1. Yeah, it's an A2 one. I'd like an A1 cutting mat, and I have various scissors and things like that. Tip from Helen was a compass, but I have seen that works do a circle cutter, so I might invest in one of those. They're only about £3, so I might invest in one of those. So that's pretty much my favourite UK places to look for finishing stuff. As I said, Paper Chase for trims. I love having, it's surprising what you can find. Poundland. A lot of my finishing stuff comes from Poundland and the works, and I just love doing things on a really good tight small budget. I've done 2 FFOs this week, which you'll see in my which you'll have seen in my regular video last week, because I'm going to record quite a few videos today. I think the most I spent was maybe £2 on each one. So I love to do things on a budget. I buy foam core in A1 sheets, and I can get 4 for £10 in the in Hobbycraft. So I may be able to get it cheaper elsewhere, but that's just where I get it from. We have a Hobbycraft quite local, so I do that. So that's you will just see on the back of the back of the chair is my 3 or 4 meters of felt that I brought, which will last me a lifetime. And then there's a huge big box of fabrics that I pick up. I'm a sucker for a fat quarter, so I always have been, I think since doing my quilt. So all that's there, and I shall leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed a little glimpse into my stash of finishing stuff, and yeah, nothing fancy, nothing that's not every day, but I do like to have a few things around that can help me do that. So it was lovely this week to be able to just go into the box and go, yeah, that'll work with that, and that'll work with that, and do it like that. So until, well, after this video, I'm going to have a stash dive myself, and I'm going to have a good look and just see what I can match up, and hopefully that video will be out in a couple of weeks as well. So take care, friends, happy stitching, and I'll see you all for my regular update soon. Bye bye.